Hello, everyone. Episode 71 just came out, and it was worth waiting for. Even though it had a lower length in comparison to the episodes we're usually getting, it was still a banger from Boom. But what were the Skibidi toilets actually transporting in this container? Why did the Astro toilet came at the ending of the episode? And are we never on the POV of a cameraman? This episode left us with a lot of questions, and I've covered up everything and found every single Easter egg there was in the episode. And we see that how a cameraman is looking into a tablet, and also this scene shows us that both of these episodes were happening at the same time. The difference was that one was inside the lab and one was outside the Skibidi toilet. But soon enough, the connection gets lost. And we see one of the Titan TV man's small screen, and we see that how a Skibidi toilet comes in and just kicks this screen with his rocket launchers. And these aren't the rockets that the toilets normally use, but they probably are a lot better and are made for a special squad that are probably there for special missions like occupying and attacking enemy bases or escaping the scene. But the screen of Titan TV Man soon gets hit by a rocket, and we finally get the answer to why it was broken in the previous episode. But why didn't the screen of Titan TV Man use its senses and just get away? Because we saw in episode 68 part 1 that how the screen can move on its own. So yeah, it looks like that. It doesn't move on its, but Titan TV Man controls it, and he orders it to do the movements and stuff. And in the time the rocket was coming towards the screen, he was busy dealing with other toilets. But yeah, Blood's screen got damaged, and strangely he puts it back on. So why'd he do that? Because the screen is now broken and is completely useless until it gets fixed. So why did Titan TV Man even bothered picking it up? And yeah, this really couldn't be understood this easily. And the biggest possibility here is that Titan TV Man didn't want to give the toilets a free screen. Because if you've watched the second part of episode 70, you may know that how toilets have stole a lot of stuff from the Alliance. And this seems like the main reason to why Titan TV Man did this. But let's progress forward. So after picking up the screen, Titan TV Man says something, and this is really important, but we'll get back to it really soon. But for now, let's leave this hanging. So the camera leans to the left, and we see that how some rocket launchers and popping out of the Skibidi toilet base, and they are directly aimed towards the Titan. But we see a new ability of Titan TV Man. And this shows us that even without his screen, Blood is just too strong. And he doesn't even touches the rockets with the sword, but just moves it quickly past them, and all the rockets are deflected. But sadly, one of the rockets is deflected towards the POV, and Blood gets completely wrecked anyways. We see that how all of this was being monitored by another cameraman, and we find out that we never really are in the POV of one single cameraman, but are in the POV of multiple cameramen. And this theory of mine was absolutely correct, but in the next POV we witness the secret agent. But the question is that how was he in two places at once? And where was he in this episode, and what was he doing? We'll get to everything in order. So right after we get into this POV, we witness that a lot is going on here. But right after switching the POV, we witness the rockets that were deflected by Titan TV Man falling onto the mountains and creating huge blasts. And we also witness that how strong these rockets are. And if they were to hit the other Titans except Titan TV Man, both of them would be cooked. But before we dive further more, I want to mention the description of the video. So Boom wrote that, while the alliances were busy with cooking scientists, someone escaped. And here there are two possibilities, because in this episode we saw a lot of hidden stuff. And the most interesting thing was this container which was being transported by the two Skibidi toilets, and Boom could be talking about this because the most interesting thing to me was this, but what was actually inside it? And why were the toilets leaving the base with some stuff on them? I'll get all of this stuff in order. But firstly, let's start from where we left the scene. So after the blasts occurs, we actually see a camera helicopter, which is empty, and we also get to see the newly upgraded Speakermen, which also have a new dance move. And to be honest, this move isn't as great as the OG one, because that one just hits different from the rest, and it was just a classic. So Boom should bring back the OG one. We also see a cameraman moving around with a gun. So we some engineers fixing Cameraman, and we also get to see the OG Cameraman looking at the upgrades of the new Cameraman, and all of this is going smoothly until a damaged helicopter comes up, and we see that how an engineer rushes towards it. We also get to see an agent that is sitting down, and he gets up as we get closer to him. And we witness the keypad in the background, and this frame was also leaked around 3 days ago. But soon enough, we witness some Skibidi helicopters taking a container with them. But what's actually inside this container? Why was the cameraman's guns not working on this container? And why were the toilets actually carrying it? We'll leave this for now and move ahead. But after this container goes away, we meet Jimmy, and Bro is looking angry for real this time. And it looks like that we may be getting the G-Man that we had in the previous episodes back, and Bro will now fight with his full potential. And as soon as he was about to arrive, the cameramen were ready to attack. But as they see Jimmy, they all just start running away with their jetpacks. But Bro was angry for real this time, and wanted to kill everyone in his way. And even though G-Man looks burnt right now, he starts attacking. And we see that how the cameraman gets pushed over. And I'm surprised that how this happened, because the laser didn't even hit him. And if the laser would have hit him, then Bro would be dead. It looks like that an agent rescued this cameraman with the help of his jetpack. And as soon as the camera gets back into senses, we really see something that can be called the definition of destruction. The toilets literally destroy every single Alliance member on the scene, and we also see someone that we just met after 64 episodes. And yeah, it's the DJ Toilet. I'm glad that he's even alive. And here we see the mutant who has the body of a cameraman, and Bro just simply rips an engineer in half. And in my opinion, this guy is the plunger man of the toilet side. But now we see that how all the toilets have killed the agents, and this mutant has even gotten an upgrade because he has a gun, just like the scientist had in episode 70 part 3, and we see that how there isn't any effect of the new weapons of the cameramen on this guy, and we see that how G-Man signals him by raising his eyebrows, and he leaves the scene instantly. And here we see that how G-Man charges his lasers and attacks the POV cameraman, and the POV falls, and we see that Jimmy flees the scene instantly after this, because as soon as flees, we see the newly upgraded Astro toilet coming towards this place. So why was he here? And did G-Man ran away after witnessing that the Astro toilet is coming? Is Astro toilet an ally of G-Man, or is he a threat for both? But from the way he enters the scene, it seems like that Bro is trying to find someone, probably G-Man. And it seems like that the Astro toilets in episode 60 did not knew that G-Man was fake or not. And they are probably seeking revenge because the enemy of this guy seems G-Man as he left the Titans for him, and G-Toilet may have been signaled that Bro is coming and he didn't want to fight him because all of them have to escape right now and take all of their stuff away from here.